Did you have a chance to talk to your team before you came in here?
Nope.
Then if not, what is the message for tomorrow in a series in which you're down 0-3 and history doesn't like teams down 0-3?
Win on Wednesday. It's just about tomorrow. We just can't. Of course, we have to win 4 in a row, absolutely. But I want us just to concentrate on tomorrow's game. That's it. I don't have team meetings. I don't believe in them. For me to stand up and give a speech has nothing to do with tomorrow at all. Our guys know how to come prepared to play. I expect the same thing tomorrow. The Mets have just pitched exceptionally well, and you got to give them credit in these 3 games. So from my perspective, business as usual. Tomorrow, come out, get ready to play, and then just take it from there.
And right here in the center.
Joe, do you find optimism in the fact that the Yankees-Red Sox series were 3-0, and then you guys can come back and possibly win?
You know,
any parallels?
I'm really happy that it's not a 5-game series that we're going through right now. I'm really pleased with that. The fact that we still have an opportunity to come back and do this, of course, you think about those things. You think about the parallels. Think about the fact that it happened against a New York team. You think about all that stuff, but it's up to us to go out there and play and perform and execute. So I really put all my stock and faith in the fact that I know our guys are ready to play tomorrow, win tomorrow, just try to win tomorrow's game, and then it moves back to John, then it moves back to Jake, and you kind of like those kind of things. So we're going to start Jason tomorrow, and we'll, just like you saw today, if you have to go to the bullpen early, we'll do that. We actually did a pretty good job. There was 2 pertinent plays there. The slow roller to KB had a lot of spin on it that Murphy beat out, and then the play off the glove of Schwarber. Not easy plays. I'm not denigrating the defense at all. Tough plays, and that put those 2 extra runs on the board that made it a little bit more difficult. So again, another close game. We have to score more runs, and they played exceptionally well.
And towards the left in the center.
Joe, I know they tacked on a couple of runs after, but Cespedes steals third base. Talk about how big that was, and then the kind of sequence after that.
Yeah, that was our fault. We permitted him to do that. That was a very big play right there. In general, they've played well. They've played really well. They've done little things well, and they've taken advantage of us in different moments. And we've not been able to overcome that because we're not hitting the ball like we normally can. So you see that, and again, at this time of the year, everything does magnify a bit. And so, yeah, it was a big play on their part. Like I said, beyond that, just to keep the game in check, the wild pitch, pass ball, whatever, wild pitch probably on the strike 3, that's a run. A ball off Schwarber's glove, that's another one, but was contributed with the slow roller that there. All these things that really become very important. Chopper to first base, beats the throw at the plate, good base running on their part, Murphy's part. So, again, it's a really closely contested game. They had the edge regarding some of the little things that they did. We have to come back tomorrow and bring it back to us.
And over here to the left.
Joe, you mentioned the wild pitch and things get magnified. I mean, there were 2 curveballs, I think they were, in the dirt right before that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not the smartest to go back to it a 3rd time, or what do you think?
Well, it was because we struck him out. So it was actually a pretty good pitch. Miggy's able to block that ball a lot, and he was very upset with himself. It's not an easy play, but it's a play that a catcher can make, and he knows that. So actually, it played well. We didn't block the ball.
And right here in the front.
You guys stressed DeGrom early, all those pitches in the first inning. In your eyes, what changed after that?
He just got his commands tightened up a bit. I thought early on he was getting underneath the ball. A lot of pitches were high. I don't think he really knew where the ball was going early, but then all of a sudden he found out where it was going, and that's what happened. I saw from him better command of his fastball down in the zone. There's like really good late carry on the fastball from the side, I thought. He just got better game in progress, to his credit. From our perspective, we tied the game up. Georgie's homer to center, big play. And then they go ahead on the ball in the dirt. Not so bad, but like I said, the slow roller beaten out, and then the fly ball to left field. Those are 2 big runs that really made it more difficult at the end.
And over to the left in front
Joe.
of the pole.
Joe, I think you've always emphasized that you need a bunch of 1-game winning streaks in this kind of situation. Can you frame the issue, how difficult it is to have 4 1-game winning streaks when they have that starting pitching, and that's what you've got to do it against?
Yeah, it's not easy. I totally agree with you there. It really comes down that we have to pitch equally as well, if not just a little bit better. Not easy to do. We've done it this year at different times. Like I said, tomorrow obviously is a very important game. To get it back to John and Jake would be kind of interesting if we could get it back to those 2 guys. Even today, Kyle, we didn't go deeply into the game with Kyle, but he absolutely gave us an opportunity to win. The bullpen gave us a chance to win also. They did another, like I said, a really great job of pitching. So not easy. I totally agree with that. It's not going to be easy, but of course it can be done. We just have to move the ball a little bit more often in situations, be a little bit tougher outs at times. But you got to give them credit, man. It's not just that we haven't been that good. They have been that good.
Okay, right here in front.
Yes, sir.
Joe, yeah, playing off your statement about the one-game streaks that you want to get, Murphy's had home runs in 5 straight games. Do you believe in the momentum and a guy like that
Sure,
just being really
absolutely, and we have to do something to take it back. He struck him out on the first pitch, a nice front hip kind of a fastball, struck him out, and then the ball, kind of a way that he pulled and he brought back. You could even see on his foul balls against Travis, who's throwing the ball extremely well, 93, 94. You could even see his at bat there. He was on everything leading up to the slow roller to third base. I can see that from the side. So he gets the squibbler, but to his credit, he beats it out because he ran well. I mean, I'm a big fan of guys who run hard to first base. So from my perspective, it's pretty much, it doesn't matter who's pitching right now. Obviously, if you look at the line of pitchers that he's hit home runs against, it's just he's in one of those moments. But again, you can't worry about that. It's about us taking care of our side of the coin. We have to be a little bit more efficient offensively, absolutely. It'd be nice to grab a lead and hold on to it for once. That would be pretty important tomorrow.
And straight back in the center, Phil.
Joe, given how much you've had to use your bullpen with your third and fourth starters, historically a lot of managers would go to the number 1 starter for Game 4 on short rest.
Right.
Why does that not have appeal for you guys?
Because we got to win 4 games. It's not just about tomorrow's game. Like I said, I think the bullpen, even though you saw a lot of guys play today, they're really not taxed going into tomorrow. The number of pitches thrown was relatively light, and they also had a day off previous. So even if we have to do that tomorrow, we've been pretty successful, actually, keeping the other team down. We just got to score more runs. I'm not concerned about that, honestly. We have to win 4 games, obviously, now. So it's not just about tomorrow. If we could, like I said, tomorrow win that game, get it back to John and Jake, that's pretty attractive at that point. So, and the other flip side of that is a lot of times pitchers don't do that well on 3 days rest. So why even take that risk right now when you know you got to win more than just one game? If it was 1 and done, you may do something like that, but it's got to be 4 and done.
All right, and right here in front, Barry.
Yes, sir.
Back to Murphy, what have you tried to do to mix it up with him from game to game as he's been doing what he's been doing?
Well, we actually didn't do that badly today. Hit the home run, fly ball to left, dribbler to third, punch out. I can't remember his other at bat. He had 2 hits. What was the other bait? Yeah, the squibbler. Okay, so that's a good pitch. Pop up to left, strikeout, homer. I'm missing 1 at bat, I think, in there somewhere. So I mean, I thought overall we pitched pretty well against him today. Is my point. We walked his last time against Rondon. Didn't he walk against Rondon? Double
play.
Double play, right. So overall, I thought we pitched pretty well. He hit the home run, so that really stands out. But I thought overall we pitched him pretty good today, and I'm not going to put out all that proprietary information. I'm not going to have to pitch to him. But I thought our guys overall did pretty well against him today.
And last one over here to the left.
Yes, sir.
Joe, just how difficult is it to generate offense when your guys have struggled to get on base leading off innings so far this series?
Yeah, it's not been any fun. I mean, today the weather was more favorable to us, and I thought, overall we did hit some balls well. I mean, Schwarber, that ball was at least 6 inches outside that he hit for a home run, and then Soler crushed that to center field. But overall, I mean, hard contact wasn't. We didn't do a good job with that. We didn't do a good job of getting on base early. Like I'm just telling you, they've pitched well. I mean, there's no other way to slice it, cut it, describe it. They have pitched well. They've had command of their secondary pitches. Really good command of their secondary pitches. We have to. The big thing, obviously, is to get back into the game. We win tomorrow's game. Hopefully, that might push them back a little bit, and then we could take it from there. Like I said, with Lester and Arrieta. But to this point, I give them credit, man. They have pitched that well. Their secondary pitches have been outstanding.